having both of our options for starting goalkeeper out at AFCON, starting our third string goalie, didn't really work out so well, but never fear, my friends. We do have reinforcements, and that comes in the form of 30-year-old French Costa Rican dual international Giancarlo Sanchez. He's on loan from Havre AC. Played a couple of matches for us. We'll get to that in just a minute. Stands at 6'1". Very good command of his area. Area reach isn't great. Agility, though, pretty good. Reflexes, pretty good. And he has been, so far for us, pretty good. The schedule, however, not as forgiving as we would have liked. We kicked things off with a 1-0 loss to Spurs. Warren Gerrard picking up a goal in the 7th minute. Not a lot we could really get done in this match. We managed only 5 shots on goal, 2 of them on target. Remember, though, we did have Franny Gedling, our third string goalkeeper in there for us. Spurs were on the edge of the top 6, so I'm going to take this as a moral victory. Sadly, we managed just the same exact result at home against Chelsea. They really dominated us in possession. We only managed the 1 shot on target, so when you're not taking your offensive opportunities, it doesn't matter really who you have in goal. Gedling again giving up just the 1, 12 minutes in. So we held them. Our defense did great. Our offense, as you can see by the ratings, not so much. Which led to, frankly, a very disappointing performance in the third round of the FA Cup against Crystal Palace of the Championship. They went ahead 1-0. Finley Anderson getting the start at striker. We had a lot of players to rest too. Our match congestion absolutely stifling. So 16 minutes in, we were tied once again at 1-1 before Paul Heavaside managed to get through in the 85th minute to give Crystal Palace a 2-1 victory and knock us out of the FA Cup. Man City was next from the Etihad just a couple of days later, and the result was what you basically would expect. Now, this was the debut of Sanchez in goal. They went up 1-0, 25 minutes in on a penalty. Antonio Escobar scored again 10 minutes later. Just the 4 shots on goal against City. Only 1 on target. A little better possession-wise than we were in the previous match against Chelsea. We were on the road. We didn't really expect a win. We were just hoping to see a little bit more in this one. But luckily for us, that's exactly what we got against our old team in Fulham. Almost impossible to think that we were going to pull out a victory, but Cem Tarouz playing left wing in place of Oscar, getting the scoring started, and a great ball over the top. Douglas touching it down, sliding home, I believe, his 5th goal of the season to make it 2-0, and that would be where we would end up, except Kashushkin scoring in the 96th minute, a garbage goal for Fulham, making the Cottagers look bad. They were a team, again, on the top half of the table, trying to get back on their way up. Brand new manager for them. Great performance from Giancarlo Sanchez, a 7.5 rating, stopping 9 shots, well, 8 of the 9 shots that Fulham put on target. And we're hoping that we can carry this momentum into the final 2 matches before the transfer window closes. With the team's financial position being, frankly, god-awful, both before and after this move, we did sell Alirio Kofi to Real Sporting for $23.5 million. He was our backup right wing, only 5'3", so we really needed somebody who was a little bit taller. You know, we want guys getting in on that back post on the attack, and Kofi just wasn't that guy. We actually had a bidding war between Reading and Sporting just won out in the end. And aside from some minor loans and a deal to get us like 60 grand for Lee Hamilton, you know, goalie 3A, we also sold midfielder João Veloso, 34 years old. He was at the end of his usable life. I mean, still looks pretty good on paper, but he just was not getting the job done, so he shipped him off to Eintracht Frankfurt for $2.1 million. Still plenty of irons in the fire, but we did want to shore things up along the spine of the pitch, so we brought in from Reading on loan Jurgen Amberg, 21 years old. Doesn't cost that, well, he costs us a little bit in salary, but as far as the transfer fee, no, only 5'10", so probably not going to be playing as a center back, but could be used as a defensive midfielder, potentially even a Carolero up in the regular mid. I don't know why I call it the regular midfield, as an 8. We have also made some minor technical tweaks as we look to take on Sheffield United and hope to build on the win in our last match. Chem has moved out to the right side. He's still a little bit unhappy with the club because he's feeling unsettled. Looking for maybe a young Turk that we can bring in, and I don't mean that as a euphemism. We've also changed him to an inverted fullback on defend. Walker's going to be on the left-hand side as a fullback, so our, backs aren't going to be quite getting up nearly as much, but with the Carolero and now a Mazzala in the midfield, we'll get some additional coverage along the outside. Ruse is going to get the start ahead of Oscar. Lacio on the right side. Douglas doing so well up top. It's going to be Adalvaro and Saharawi. Coming back from an injury is Walid Saharawi. We're going to see what he is all about. Peterson is going to be at the base of the midfield, and our two center backs are going to be Omberg and Nalo, with Sanchez, of course, in goal. 5 points separating Norwich from safety. Hopefully we can get some points from a bottom table dweller. Well, they're not at the bottom. They're in 11th place right now. 26 points on the season. We are entering this match in 18th. 18th because of the point we're getting from the draw we're getting here. Lacey with the corner in. It's going to hit the crossbar. Omborg will clear it. Mendez sending it forward once again. And an early question being asked by Sheffield United. Ruse off of the throw-in. The rain is coming down in Sheffield. Adalvaro dropping it back for Nalo. Omberg with it. Up for Walker. Does he have a runner in front? He's knocked off of the ball. Lacey's going to send that back into our end. Omberg will backtrack and retrieve. Ball thrown forward by Sanchez. Come on, guys. What is going on here? What a dumb play. Mendez at the sideline, into the box. Jonathan Harris hits the post. Holy Moses. I mean, just ridiculousness from Football Manager. Walker sending it forward. Picked off Jan. Jonathan ahead. Richardson looking for Lacey on the right wing. Into the middle. Esteval puts it wide. Goal kick Norwich. And Sheffield taking all of the opportunities early on in this match and failing. But we have to do better defensively. Chem from the dead ball play. Nalo back to him on the right side. He'll push it up the wing, lose it to Mendez, who drops it to his goalkeeper, Molina. Moran, Jonathan, back for Molina. As long as they are banding it about the back, I like our chances of winning it. Chem, Nalo heads it forward. Pedersen can't win it. Harris carrying it ahead, up the left wing. Takes it into the box, gets past Chem, puts it across the goal line to Richardson. Richardson's gonna score, and it's Sheffield 1, Norwich 0. Seriously, we are just like the most unlucky club in the world. Adalvaro can't win it. It's played back. Kozlowski, Jonathan shooting from range. That'll go out wide. Goal kick. Sanchez to take it as time ticks down at the end of the first half. Just a one shot on goal. Make that 2 in that first half. Neither of them hitting the target. Absolutely pathetic offensively once again. And I'm kind of at a loss, I've got to say, because I'm trying to get our midfield a little bit more forward. I've got our wingers a little more attacky than they were. Obviously, Douglas, maybe the deep lying forward is not the best way to go, but that is his strongest tactical position. So I just don't know. Douglas not playing poorly, but we are just getting through this entire second half without a single shot on goal. So let's bring in the motivated Oscar. It's just everyone is ridiculously bad. Omberg will move up into the defensive midfield. Sergio Carboni will come in his place on the back line. A triple change. Nothing. Dominated by Sheffield United. They've had the match momentum the whole way, and we are going through the entire second half without a single highlight. 11 shots on goal, 1 on target for Sheffield United, and that's the one that Roy Richardson scored. Another 1-goal loss for Norwich. Well, you had to expect it. Some minor changes to be made. Zach Abbott is coming back in on the back line. He'll pair with Nalo. Omberg will slide up to the defensive midfield position. Laisio is coming into the midfield. Pedersen moving up as the Carolero. We have got Federico Perotti getting the start on the right wing in support of Roos and Douglas. Things starting to bunch up in the 17, 16, 15 positions. So if we are able to secure a victory today, it will put us only 2 points behind Ipswich. We'll remain in 18th place because Everton isn't winning. It's sad. I know I've talked about this before. It's sad for me personally that Everton may be going down. Dukic back post. Julio Gogni able to put it home. Liverpool beating Ipswich, which is good, so no matter what, we will hopefully keep pace. Good steal by Perotti, throwing it forward, too far for Douglas. Ibarra to Gogni, up for Russo. Nice play by Douglas. Patterson, up to Ruiz. Using his speed to come up that left wing. Ruiz, can he center it? He does. He finds Patterson, who chips it over everything. Oh my goodness gracious. Nalo tries to head. It comes down to Laisio. Nalo to Roos. I think he may have been offside. No, he wasn't, but the effort was redirected behind by the goalkeeper. So Roos to send in the corner. Nalo right across the goal mouth. So Everton losing to Fulham 2-1. Ipswich down 3-0 to Liverpool. Leeds just 1 point ahead of Ipswich. Throwing in their own end. Russo, Santabanez. Jorginho looking to move forward. He borrowed a Russa up the right wing. Riola cutting it inside. Dukic now in control. Jorginho being harassed, but he's able to get it free. Valdo to D'Souza. Back for Valdo. Finds Sousa Lima, who makes a move. Oh my God. Nalo bit. And Alex Sousa Lima makes it 2-0 Brighton. That is the kind of thing that just absolutely burns my butt. So we are going to make some changes. Paddy Douglas, a little bit knackered. This game coming only a couple of days after the last match we played. Perotti just not getting it done. Sylvain and Sol coming in. Alacio will make way for Simon Altovaro, who I originally was going to start in that position, but I changed my mind. What a bad mistake. Santabanez, Riarola. Challenged, but still able to get it free. Oh my God. Michael Oliver, what are you doing? Sousa Lima. Sanchez saving it. See, I knew that by being as pessimistic as possible that we would still have a chance. Corner delivery from Riarola. Ibarra can't get his head on it. Roos will track it down and look to move it forward. Unbelievable. We are just making all these other bottom half teams look good. We just can't do anything, really. Vargas looking to send it up. Gogni, like, even when they don't send it long, it's like a game of keep away. Very frustrating. Norwich playing like a C-level U9 team. Altovaro carrying it forward, still with it, shooting and scoring. Simone Altovaro, his first goal of the year, just choosing to do it himself. That had to be one of the lowest percentage shots I think we've taken all season long. But Altovaro saw the opportunity, saw the lane, the defender unable to get in front of him. Maybe we go a little more positive. Corner kick, Roos looking for Chem. Cleared away. Sousa Lima taken out. Pedersen, and Pedersen, you know what? I take it back, Michael Oliver. That was an absolutely beautiful call. The penalty has been awarded. Now, hopefully we can capitalize on ours in a way that Brighton could not. And Altovaro, of course he doesn't. Unreal. Cleared away, looking for Chem. Hatfield's got it for Brighton. Counterattack is on. He's cut off. Altovaro with it. He's been the only bright spot. Ahead to Esno. His shot will be deflected behind by Vargas, getting a hand on it. Good opportunity for Esno. He might have been able to take like one more small touch to get in a slightly better position. Gogni, Jorginho able to clear once again. Like, we just cannot on these corners. No matter how quickly we're able to recycle it in, it doesn't matter. We are not connecting the first time of asking. Roos getting it from Ansol. Back out wide for Walker. He's got some space. Pushes it deeper. Stops and drops to Nalo. Omberg, Ruiz, Griselis, and Brian Griselis with his first goal of the year. Please tell me it is going to stand. I don't see the referee consulting with VAR. It is a good goal, and it all came. Look at this. Look at this. Ruse, great chip pass into the middle to Griselis, coming in place of Douglas in relief. And of course, after we tie it up, we get an insta highlight. And Brighton has the ball. Jovanovski up for Russo. Maybe we can take it away. Nupsusa Lima wide open. Dropped for Santabanez. Now numbers the other way. Into the middle. Sanchez punches it. What the hell was that? Sanchez, his punching tendency, by the way, is a 7. One of the reasons why I liked him. Now, the goal has been disallowed, which gets Sanchez off the hook. He should have just grabbed that out of the air. It came straight to Dušić, even at 2. A corner for Brighton. Why can't we have nice things? Sousa Lima with yet another goal. A second corner goal in this match converted by Brighton. We had a tremendous opportunity. We had the momentum going our way. We tied it up at 2. Things were looking fantastic. And then, I mean, I want to have a fire sale, but I just can't. I can't mess with the little chemistry we currently have. And there's just not enough money in the budget. Sure, we've got about $9 million to play with in transfers, but we've got very little room in the wage bill right now, and I don't know if we could sell what we've got and replace it with players of sufficient quality to really make a difference. We just need this team to start buying in. We've got the end of the transfer window. We'll see what we can do next episode. Some matches off camera against Wolves, Leicester, and Manchester United. Hopefully we can pull some points out of those. The big matches, though, are the teams immediately ahead of us. At Elland Road, taking on Leeds United. At home against Ipswich to round out the month of February. If you have been enjoying the series so far, make sure that you hit that like button on this video. Feed the algorithm. Also subscribe to the channel. Support us, and I appreciate everyone who has done so far. We will see you next time, hopefully in a better position than we are right now. Until then, bye-bye.